Hello students, welcome to the e-learning platform presented by Mechanical Engineering Department of Dr. Bapuji Saloke Institute of Engineering and Technology, Kolhapur. The learning objective for today's session are: number 1, study the different types of catalytic converter. Catalytic converter is a type of device used to convert the harmful gases into the non-harmful gases. Second, study of stages of BS, that is Bharat stage. Bharat stage is a pollution norm, and nowadays we are in Bharat stage 6. We are going to study what do you mean by Bharat stage and the norms in the Bharat stage 4. Third, study of SCR. SCR is the another type of catalytic converter that is used to reduce the emission from the vehicle. It is called as selective catalytic reduction or reductor. And last is study of ECU. ECU is nothing but engine control unit or electronic control unit. It is also known as CPU of an vehicle. ECU is important in modern vehicles as all the vehicles run on the in output signal from the ECU. Starting with first catalytic converter. Catalytic converter were first widely introduced in American produced cars in 1975 due to the toxic emission. The main purpose to use the catalytic converter in exhaust emission control system is to convert the pollutant gases to harmless gases. Gases such as NOx, nitrogen oxide, HC, hydrogen, and CO present in exhaust gases. All these are treated in catalytic converter, producing compound gases carbon dioxide, CO2, H2, hydrogen, and N2, nitrogen, which can be safely released in the atmosphere. There are two types of catalytic converter: a two-way converter, which is used to control only hydrocarbon and carbon oxide emission by oxidation, and the second is a three-way converter which control carbon monoxide, hydrocarbon, as well as NOx. The figure below shows the single or two-way converter. A two-way converter consists of a cylindrical unit of small size like a small silencer, and it is installed into the exhaust system of vehicle. It is placed between the exhaust manifold and the silencer. Inside the cylindrical tube, as shown in figure, there is a honeycomb-like structure of ceramic or metal which will be coated with alumina base material. This coating is porous and increases the surface area, allowing more reaction to take place. Thereafter, a second coating of precious metal, platinum, palladium, or rhodium, or combination of same. This second coating serves as a catalyst, as shown in figure. The catalyst is a substance which causes chemical reaction that normally does not happen in a given condition. When the exhaust gases passes over the converter substance or passes over the catalyst, the toxic gases such as carbon monoxide, hydrocarbon, and nitrogen oxide are converted into harmless carbon dioxide, hydrogen, and nitrogen. Next is three-way catalytic converter. As shown in figure, this is installed same in between the exhaust line and the silencer or muffler. The converter has a mesh or a honeycomb metal construction inside. The catalyst is coated on mesh or honeycomb. It is commonly used in petrol engine. A three-way catalytic converter has three simultaneous functions: reduction of nitrogen oxide into elemental nitrogen and oxygen, oxidization of carbon monoxide to carbon dioxide, and oxidization of hydrocarbon into carbon dioxide and water. The exhaust gases enter from one side. In the first stage, NOx is reduces by or NOx is reduction is reduced by rhodium in N2 and O2. In second stage, platinum or palladium convert Sc and CO into water and CO2. After first stage, air from the air pump is supplied with the exhaust gas. The oxygen from the air mixes with the hydrocarbon and carbon monoxide present in the exhaust gas. Thus, water and CO2 are formed. The in conversion of hydrocarbon and carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide is produced. Carbon dioxide is one of the most common greenhouse gases and contributes significantly to global warming. Along with carbon dioxide, it also converts the nitrogen oxygen compounds to form nitrous oxide. This is the same compound used in laughing gas and as a speed enhancer in a car. Next is emission norm standards, that is Bharat stage. Bharat stage 4 and norms. First, what is mean by Bharat stage? Bharat stage is a emission standards instituted by Government of India to regulate the output of air pollutants from an internal combustion engine including motor vehicles. The standards and the timeline for implementation are set by the Central Pollution Control Board under the Ministry of Environment and Forest and Climate Change. Emission standards are requirements that set specific limit to amount of pollutants that can be released into the environment. Many emission standards focus on regulating pollutants released by automobile and other transport vehicles, but they can also regulate emission from industry, power plant and small equipments. The Bharat stage norms have been styled to suit specific needs and demands of an Indian conditions. The differences lie essentially in environmental and geographical needs, even though emission standards are exactly the same. In 1989, first Indian emission regulation were introduced for ideal emission limits. The ideal emission regulation were replaced by mass emission standard for both gasoline and diesel vehicles in 1991 and 1992 respectively. India started adopting European emission from year 2010 and fuel regulation for four-wheel light duty and heavy duty vehicle. On 6 October 2003, the National Auto Fuel Policy has announced which is a phase program for introducing Euro 2.4 emission and fuel regulation by 2010. The Bharat stage is the controlling emission is working for controlling the emission coming out from the IC engine. Continuing forward, on July 4, 2014, India finalized the fourth stage of emission standards for motorized vehicle, that is BS4. BS4 petrol and diesel vehicles are cleaner fuels as they have low sulfur content, while BS3 fuels. While the BS3 petrol and diesel contain 150 mg per kg and 350 mg per kg of sulfur respectively. The sulfur content in BS4 petrol and diesel respectively. Sulfur being a major air pollutant, reduction in sulfur content in auto fuels would go a long way in reducing air pollution. The Bharat Stage 4 standard has gone into effect for new models in April 2016 and for all motorcycle models in April 2017. On February 19, 2016, Indian Ministry of Road Transport and Highway issued a draft notification of Bharat Stage 6 emission standards for all major on-road vehicle categories in India. The standards apply to light and heavy duty vehicles as well as two-wheeler and three-wheeler. As proposed, the BS6 standards will go into the effect for all vehicles after 1 April 2020. So now the vehicles that are work on the BS6 vehicles are also known as BS6 vehicles. The draft BS6 proposal specific mass emission standards, type approval requirements and onboard diagnostic system and durability level for each vehicle category remains same. The proposed BS6 standards are far reaching in incorporate substantial changes to the existing Bharat 4 emission standards. The BS6 is nowadays most widely used in India. The next part is SCR, that is selective catalytic reduction. Selective catalytic reduction is an advanced active emission control technology that injects a liquid reducing agent through a special catalyst into exhaust stream of diesel engine. The reducing source is usually automotive grade urea, otherwise known as diesel exhaust fluid DEF. SCR technology is used or is designed to permit nitrogen oxide reduction reactions to take place in an oxidizing atmosphere. It is called selective because it reduces level of NOx using ammonia as a reductant within catalyzed system. SCR processes chemically reduces the NOx molecules into molecular nitrogen and water vapor with the help of ammonia. Considering forward, the chemical reaction is known as reduction, where the DEF, that is diesel exhaust fluid, the reducing agent, reacts with NOx to convert the pollutants into nitrogen, water and tiny amounts of carbon dioxide. It reduces, SCR reduces about 75 to 90% of NOx. Simultaneously, it also reduces 80% hydrocarbon emission and particulate emission by 20 to 25%. A gas sensor is used, particularly NOx sensor with a closed loop system in the downstream of catalytic converter. Any failure or tempering result in sensor detecting a sudden change in NOx level. Urea sensor detect the presence and concentration and level of urea in tank. Flow sensor is used to monitor the delivery of reducing agent into the injector. A nitrogen based reagent such as ammonia or urea water solution is injected into the ductwork as shown in figure below, downstream of the combustion unit. The exhaust gases coming from the filter are mixed with the reagent and enter into reactor unit consisting of the catalyst. The hot exhaust gases and reagent diffuse through the catalyst. The reagent act with the NOx at a specific temperature range in presence of catalyst and oxygen. The efficiency of SCR mainly depends upon the temperature, quality of reducing agent, design of injection grid and catalyst activity. The construction of the catalyst is of honeycomb type, composed of active metal or ceramics with highly porous material, with highly porous structure. Catalyst activity is function of variable such as diffusion rate, mass rate, gas temperature and gas composition. The next and the last part of today's session is the engine control unit, also known as ECU or ECM, engine electronic control module. An engine control unit, also commonly called as engine control module or powertrain control module, is a type of electronic control unit that controls a series of actuators on an internal combustion engine to ensure optimal performance of an engine. Electronic control module is a generic term for embedded system that controls one or more electrical systems or subsystems into an automobile. It does this by reading a multitude of sensors within the engine bay, interpreting the data using multi-dimensional performance maps, and adjusting the engine actuators. This engine or this unit is located close to the engine area, or it can be found under the vehicle's dashboard right behind the glow department. The ECU of a vehicle is a main component of engine system that enables the use of all other devices. It receives electrical signal in the form of voltage or current from various sensors. These signals are then stored and operate as a controller, applying multidimensional performance for a number of sensors and actuators that are installed on the engine of vehicle, such as injector, in ignition system and other engine related devices. Because of this, the chances of complete combustion is completed and it gives better fuel economy. It also uses various data sets generated by the sensor and interprets the result by manipulating data for automatic calculations. Electronic control unit monitor input, process inputs, signals and generate output signal. ECU can drive or provide information through the characteristics of a digital signal. Automotive circuit use two type of electrical signals. One is input and the other is output. Input is working by the sensors or switches, and output is causing the electrical or electronic device to operate. Functioning of ECU. Number 1, controlling the air fuel mixture. In nowadays, onboard diagnostic system is compulsory for BS6 stage vehicle. So ECU is the most important part for controlling the air fuel mixture, as it senses the proper amount of air present in the combustion chamber and directs the proper amount of fuel so that the complete combustion takes place. So ECU is important, or the function of ECU is to control the air fuel mixture. There are number of functions of an ECU. The main functions are explained in today's session. Second is control the ignition timing. For the fuel to burn completely, it is necessary that fuel is ignited at a proper timing or at a proper temperature and pressure so that we can completely burn the gases, or the gases are completely burned. So ignition timing is also again controlled by an ECU. Third, controlling idle speed and variable wall timing. The speed of an IC engine is also controlled by an electronic control unit, and the wall timing is also controlled by electronic control unit, as we have seen in VVTi engine. And last is also increase the torque and brake horsepower. By taking the various readings, the ECU demands more torque or brake power from the vehicle as per the load and road condition. Other than this, there are number of functions of ECUs which we will be studying in further details. So this is for today's session. We have completed our second chapter of power engineering, that is testing and emission control of an IC engine. This chapter is of 16 marks and is a very important chapter as per the syllabus point of view. Thank you.